In this question, we have a couple variables that are missing and we have to figure what the value of that is. In both of these parts, we're going to use this theory called the corollary to the side splitter theorem. Alright, and what this means is say that I have three parallel lines, okay? There's my three parallel lines. And if I run a line going through it like that, and then another one going through it like that, these two lines are called transversals, and they create segments that are all in proportion. So let's say if I have this segment right here, let's make it a different color. This segment right here, and then I have another one in orange right there. And then let's say this one is in orange, and we'll do another blue one here. Alright, well, back to filling in my letters. That blue segment is going to be A, this is going to be B, this is going to be C, and this is going to be D. What you can do is say that A divided by B is equal to C divided by D. Alright, there's other variations too where you could take like A plus B and divide it by B. So A plus B, so this entire length here, which I'll write in this other color, like say if we took that entire length, you could also divide that by just A, and that would equal then the entire length on this side, which is CD. So that'd be like C plus D in a different color, and then we would divide that by the side that matches up with A, which is C. Okay, so there's tons of information about the corollary to the side splitter theorem, but we're going to use that here to solve for x. If you compare this part right here to this formula, it looks like our variable for A, that's going to be 15, and we want to divide that by 6 because that's going to be B down here. So that's 6. That's going to be equal to 25 divided by x. And all we have to do to solve for x is just cross multiply. So x times 15 is 15x, of course. And then 6 times 25 is going to be 150. And then we got to divide by 15 to cancel that out because we just have a 1x. This side gets divided by 15 as well. So I'm left with x equaling 10. That's going to be my final answer. So we use the corollary to the side splitter theorem there. In part B, we're going to use the same thing, but before I start setting up my proportion, I'm going to fill in all my different values. So ED, that looks like it's right here, and that's going to be 25. FD is right here. It's a long side right there, so I'll do that. That's going to be 35. AB is this short segment here. That's just 22. And then AC is going to be this long side over here, which is 7 plus 14x. Okay, so we want to set up a proportion to solve now. And I could see that I need to figure out what x is, right? So let's start off by writing that first, 7 plus 14x, or I should say write the expression that has x. And we're going to divide that by what? Well, the other side that I have over here is this little part, which is AB, right? So AB is going to be 22. Okay, now we have to set up a fraction over on this right side. So 7 plus 14x, that was A to C. So what over here matches with A to C? Well, it looks like the entire side is FD. So that's going to be 35. And then I divide that by the segment that matches up with 22. So 22 is this little section over here, which is FE right here, but we don't have FE. So what can we do? Well, FD, this entire big side, is 35. So if I could take 25 from 35, I'm left with this little part right here, right? So 35 minus 25 is 10, and I'm going to put that right there because FE is 10, and that's the opposite side of this 22 over here. So I need to cross multiply now, right? So I start off by doing 10 and multiply that by the 7 plus 14x. And then 22 times 35 is going to be 770, right? Now I want to distribute, so 10 times 7 is 70. And then 10 times 14 is going to be 140. Don't forget that x, which will again be 770, which came from 22 times 35. Alright, now we want to solve for x, so I need to get that x by itself. I have to take away 70, so subtract that from the left side. It goes away. I also have to subtract it from the right side. So I'm left with 140x equals 770 minus 70 is just 700. And then to get x by itself, I need to divide out that 140. That goes away. That gives me 1x. Divide the right side by 140 as well. So I'm left with x equaling 5. Because 700 divided by 140 is 5. So there's my answer.